That night, the air in a small village in central Java was chilling. The wind blew gently, carrying the scent of damp earth and fallen dry leaves. The village cemetery, located on the edge of a bamboo grove, was shrouded in thick mist. People in the village often whispered about a strange being, a human head floating without a body, wandering among the old tombstones.
Bhima, a 20-year-old young man, had just returned from the city. He did not believe in mystical stories. To him, such tales were mere myths to scare children. That night, he deliberately challenged himself to walk through the path that cut across the cemetery. "Just an ordinary graveyard," he muttered, switching on a small flashlight. As soon as he entered the cemetery, the atmosphere shifted into eerie silence. No crickets, no nightbirds, only the rustle of bamboo leaves in the wind. Bhima's heart trembled, but he brushed off the unease. The tombstones stood in rows, many tilted and covered in moss. At the far end stood a massive banyan tree. Villagers said spirits resided there. Bhima only smirked. "If they're there, let them be. I'm only passing by." But as he went deeper, his flashlight flickered. The beam dimmed, then went out. Darkness swallowed everything, save for the faint outline of gravestones through the mist. Then he heard it. Shh. Like heavy, broken breathing from the direction of the banyan tree. Bhima froze. His skin prickled. Perhaps it was just the wind, he reasoned. Yet the sound grew clearer, like someone breathing down his neck. Slowly he turned. Nothing. Bhima forced a laugh. Hallucination. He walked faster, trying to leave, but found himself at a dead end before a weathered gravestone marked with the year 1927. The soil around it looked oddly fresh, as if recently disturbed. Then came another sound, not breathing, but something spinning in the air. Whoosh, whoosh. Bhima looked up. Through the mist, a shadow floated closer, clearer and clearer until he saw a human head, without a body. Long, tangled hair, a bluish-pale face, bulging eyes ready to pop from their sockets. Blood dripped from the severed neck, staining the ground. Bhima froze. His body stiffened as though paralyzed. The head circled him, whispering in a broken voice, "Return, my body, return." Bhima tried to scream, but his voice caught in his throat. His breath grew shallow. He stumbled backward, but the head floated nearer until its ghastly face was inches from his own. Its eyes flared red with rage. Suddenly, its mouth stretched unnaturally wide, unleashing a shriek that pierced his ears. Ah! Bhima clutched his ears, but the sound dug into his skull. He collapsed, rolling in the dirt, before staggering up and sprinting out of the cemetery. As he passed the bamboo fence, the shriek ceased. The mist thinned, yet the vision of the head remained burned into his mind. From that night, Bhima knew the villagers' stories weren't mere superstition. Something restless lurked in that graveyard, something longing to be whole again. And he had become the first in decades to see it. The day after, Bhima awoke drenched in cold sweat, fever burning through his body. His mother panicked. "Bhima, what happened?" He whispered weakly, I saw something in the graveyard." Her face paled. She quickly covered his mouth. "Don't speak of it inside the house. You'll invite it." The warning only deepened Bhima's curiosity. Once recovered, he sought out Pak Viryo, the village elder known for keeping ancient stories. When Bhima recounted what he'd seen, the old man grew grave. His gaze drifted toward the cemetery beyond the village. "So, it's been seen again," he muttered. Bhima's stomach tightened. "Again? You mean I'm not the first?" Pak Viryo nodded slowly. Back in the 1960s, many villagers saw the floating head. They called it the restless head. It was said to be the victim of a dark past. His body discarded, his head buried separately. His spirit lingers, searching for what was taken. Bhima's mind flashed back to the whisper, "Return my body." "Then where's his body?" he asked carefully. "That's the problem. No one knows. Some say it lies buried outside the village, others that it was hidden by his killers, and until it's found, the head will keep searching." Bhima shivered. "What should I do?" The elder sighed. "Now that you've seen it, you've been marked. Stay away from the graveyard, especially the banyan tree, or it will follow you." But warnings only stoked Bhima's obsession. He sensed the village was hiding something buried too long. That night, he dreamt he was trapped in the cemetery. Blackened hands clawed from the soil, dragging him down. Above, the floating head shrieked, "Find my body or become it!" He woke, screaming. Shaking, he turned to the window and froze. The head was there, pressed against the glass, eyes glowing crimson. From then on, Bhima's life became torment. When walking to the fields, he smelled putrid blood. Looking over the paddies, he glimpsed the head's shadow between the stalks. At meals, his spoon clattered as fresh blood dripped onto his plate from nowhere. And every night, the banshee's shriek echoed in his room while his family slept soundly. Bhima could endure no more. He returned to the cemetery, armed with a new flashlight and a small camera, determined to capture proof. Mist hung heavy. He crept to the banyan tree. The air grew thick, pressing against his lungs. Suddenly, the earth beneath him quivered. The soil near the 1927 grave cracked open, seeping thick red liquid. "My body, below, find." Heart pounding, Bhima scraped at the dirt until he uncovered a broken leg bone. His hands shook. "Is this yours?" he asked without thinking. The mist surged. The head swooped down, circling the pit, its eyes blazing. "Not here." The wind howled, hurling his flashlight aside. His camera shattered on the ground. Terrified, Bhima bolted, the head chasing close behind, shrieking louder than ever. Desperate, Bhima sought out Pak Viryo once more. The elder listened, then sighed heavily.
It is time you learned the truth.
He spoke of the colonial era. A villager named Surya had resisted the invaders, protecting his people. He was captured, executed cruelly, his body separated from his head.
The head was buried in the cemetery, but the body vanished. Some whispered it lay in the forbidden forest. Others said it was cast into the river. His spirit never rests, said the elder, and whoever sees him is chosen to set it right.
That night, Bhima dreamed again. The head's voice rang clearer. My body, in the forbidden forest, beneath the great tree. He awoke trembling. There was no choice. He had to go. With only a flashlight, a shovel, and sheer resolve, Bhima ventured into the forbidden forest. The night was moonless, the woods alive with owls. After an hour, he found it, an ancient tree, gnarled and rotten, unlike the rest. The soil reeked of decay. He dug frantically. The earth was stubborn, but at last he unearthed torn fabric, then massive bones unmistakably human. Bhima's heart thundered. He had found the body. Then the wind surged. The head appeared, no longer burning red, but weeping, sorrowful. Return me! Unite me! With trembling arms, Bhima carried the remains back to the cemetery. The head floated silently above him. Beneath the banyan tree, he reburied head and body together. When the last soil fell, a whisper sighed, "Thank you." The mist faded. The head vanished. The night returned to its natural sounds. Exhausted, Bhima collapsed, but in his heart, peace replaced fear. No one ever saw the floating head again. But for Bhima, the memory would never fade. He had learned the villagers' tales were no myth. Truth lay hidden in old stories, and sometimes truth demands to be uncovered, even if it means staring death in the face. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and follow other horror stories.